Have you wanted to start investing, but maybe you don't know how to get started, where you should invest, or even if you're making the right steps to start? Today, we're going to be talking all about the 5 things that you need to know when you begin to invest. I'm super excited for us to dive into this today. But if we haven't met before, let me quickly introduce myself. So, hi, my name is Aimee Cerka. I am the money confidence coach and founder of Money Masters Inner Circle. I help women to ditch financial stress and struggle for good so that they can create the life, happiness, finances, all the things that they dream of, that they can actually create it and feel peace and confidence when they do so. So I'm really excited to be diving into this today, but quick update. This week's Money Mastery with Aimee, we only have one more weekly Money Mastery with Aimee episode. Then the Your Money, Your Life podcast will officially be live, and the schedule is going to change. Money Mastery with Aimee is still going to continue, but not on a weekly basis. And I'm going to change it slightly so that you're going to be able to ask questions, and then we'll make the Money Mastery with Aimee episodes to answer them for you. So really excited for that in the future. But for now, let's dive into this week's episode of Money Mastery with Aimee. You ready? So my notes here, top 5 things that everyone should know about investing, especially if you're just getting started. Ready? Number 1 is, do you have funds set aside to invest? Funds designated specifically for investing. If your answer is yes, great, awesome job. You're good to keep going, okay? If not, this is the thing that you need to work on, because with an investment, we have to be strategic with it, because it is an investment, and with an investment, you can lose it. So we can't be investing money that we need to pay bills. Like, that's 2 different things. So set funds aside to invest. If you're just getting started and you're not ready to actually invest, a savings account for your financial freedom account is how we fund our investing. That's a great place to start while you're mentally preparing yourself and learning the things that you need to be ready to invest. All right, so do you have funds set aside to invest? Let me know in the comments below. Can't wait to hear. The second thing that you need to know if you're ready to invest is, do you have a plan of where and what you're actually going to invest? So there are a variety of different ways that you can begin your investment portfolio. So where are you going to do it? Is it going to be the stock market? Is it going to be in cryptocurrency? Is it going to be in real estate? Is it going to be in vending machines? The options are so plentiful. Now, if you're getting overwhelmed, that's all right. We've got strategies inside Money Masters Inner Circle to help you to move forward and to create that game plan, because all I can do is give you the information and then you can make the plan. But it's pretty good information, and I know that you can make a plan because this is what I did. So I'm just sharing with you what I've done. There are great places to start. I do always get asked about cryptocurrency. We're going to do a whole topic on that. Yes, investing in cryptocurrency can be strategic, but there are certain coins that are a better investment because they're set up for long-term gain, and some that are not. All the kids are going crazy in the background, but that's all right. So we have to have a plan of what and where and what to invest. If it's going to be the stock market, great. I started with an account with Fidelity. Worked fine just for me, but getting started, start somewhere, okay? That brings me to the third thing we need to know if you want to be an investor and successfully invest, all right? Do you have a plan to be consistent? Now, we need to talk a little bit about consistency, because it's not necessarily the consistency with the amount that we're looking for. It's the consistency with the action. So it can be $5 a month that you are adding to your investment plan. Now, are you going to see a lot of return on that? No, not really, but you're going to build that habit. $25 a month is where we started at, adding $25 a month. If you percentage-based budget like I use and recommend, you can start with 1% of your budget. You can start with 0.5%. It doesn't matter the amount. We're not looking for these crazy astronomical things. Because if you're making that big of a change, it's not going to be consistent, sustainable long term. We need that consistency more than ever. Okay. So, are you ready to be consistent with your strategy? Hopefully, the answer is yes. You're doing great. You're ready to invest. You've got all the knowledge that you need to, because this is the 5 top things that you need to know to be successful with investing. And then finally, we kind of briefly talked about this, or not finally, number 4. We'll see if I can remember how to count. Okay. I am recording this on a Monday, but can you afford to lose this money? We've talked about that with an investment, there is a chance that you can lose this income. And we need to be aware of that going into this. We need to be aware that there is a chance that we can lose it. It's also something that's really important to work through with your mindset and how we approach this and what's considered a good investment. There are a lot of experts out there that will tell you not to invest because you can lose the money before you pay off debt. Now, that's not what I recommend. I believe that we should be investing. We should be doing these things to grow our wealth at the same time. Because if we stay focused on that, just that debt payoff, you're going to get results a lot faster with focusing on both aspects. But secondly, it's easier to sustain when we make these lifestyle changes like we've been talking about, right? So the 4th thing that we need to know to be good with investing is that you can lose it. And we just have to be able to sit with that. We have to be okay with that. And finally, the 5th and final thing that you need to know to be successful when it comes to investing. This is not a one size fits all. Okay. Financial advisors can be great. And I want to start this off with that. But nobody is going to take care of your money and be as concerned about your money as you are. You don't have to have a financial advisor to start investing. If you have a financial advisor, you still need to be involved in your money, and you still need to be aware of what's going on. I can't tell you how many times I've heard stories of somebody working with a financial advisor and thinking everything's great and all, and then somebody else that they trust looks at the portfolio and then they've invested, like, it doesn't even make sense because it was a cookie cutter approach that was applied. Your investing portfolio should be specific to you. It's personalized to you. And the things that are important to you, that really can be reflected in your investment portfolio. And you're going to find that you care about it more when you have investments with things that you care about. And again, you don't have to have a financial advisor. That is probably like one of the most important things, misconceptions that I hear, and that people think, well, I'll have a conversation and be like, okay, well, I've got a financial advisor. I'm doing great. Having a financial advisor does not mean you're doing great with your finances in general, but it definitely doesn't mean that you're doing great with your investment. That is just somebody that should be like, that's a tool in your tool belt to help you move forward with your money. They can be great assets to have, but you don't have to have one to be a successful investor. And if you have one, that does not mean that you are totally hands off when it comes to your finances. You still need to be involved. You still need to know what's going on. But if you're ready to get started and aren't starting because you think you need to be able to use a financial advisor, you don't. You can get started today. You can start investing now. You can be successful investing now as long as you apply these 5 principles that we talked about today, the 5 things that you need to know to be a successful investor. So, are you ready? We'll quickly recap in just a minute, but especially when it comes to investing, often what we find is, so, as with most things, when we dive into money, our money mindset really affects our success ability when it comes to these endeavors. So if you're ready to get started investing, or you've been investing and maybe you're not really seeing the returns that you want to, the missing piece of the puzzle that I often find is a money mindset block. We all have them. They're formed from when we were children. We create our money mindset. And our thoughts, money mindset is our thoughts, beliefs, and actions when it comes to money. And we would create this when we're a child. And you know what? We don't necessarily have the best reality of what things actually look like, right? So inside the Money Mindset Mastery Checklist, I share with you 10 simple steps to create an unshakable money mindset. We created this after numerous client conversations. We put together the most common things that I find that hold people back when they just feel like I'm missing a piece of the puzzle. I'm doing all this work and not seeing the success that I deserve. So if you want to grab the Money Mindset Mastery Checklist and create that unshakable money mindset, the link's going to be below this video in the description. I can't wait for you to dive into it and be able to create that unshakable money mindset and actually move forward in your finances like I know that you deserve. So, time to recap. There's 5 things that you need to know and need to be doing to be successful with investing. The first thing is set aside designated funds for your investments that you are making. It has to be from designated funds. Let me pull up my notes. Yeah. Okay. So the second thing was you need to have a plan for what you're going to invest and where. Like we talked about, there's numerous options out there. They might not all be right for you, but find the one that is and take action on it. Okay. Then the third thing was, are you ready? Are you going to be consistent with this strategy? We talked about that it doesn't necessarily matter the income amount that you're investing on a consistent basis. But if you're not consistent with your investing, you're not going to see that growth long term. I can pull out numerous charts to show you the results of that, but you got to be consistent. Okay. And then number 4 was knowing that we might lose this money. It's an investment. It's uncertainty. There's risk involved. Some investments are low risk and some investments are high risk, but there's always a risk involved. There's always a risk that we could lose this income. So coming to terms with that, knowing that that's a possibility up front, that's part of the reason why it's important to have those funds separated out, right? And then finally, the 5th one was knowing that having a financial advisor is not vital to your financial investment success. It is not required for your investment success. And even if you have a financial advisor, you still need to be hands-on in your finances. So we need to start now. We need to take control of our life. You're still the CEO of your life and of your finances. So step into that role, take action, grab that Money Mindset Mastery Checklist, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Money Mastery with Aimee. Bye for now.